In the cradle of civilization, where the Euphrates River carved its path through the plains of ancient Mesopotamia, rose the legendary city of Babylon. Today, its ruins lie about 85 kilometers south of Baghdad in Iraq, a vast archaeological site whispering of empires, wonders, and the birth of law itself. For centuries, Babylon stood as one of the world's greatest metropolises, a hub of power, innovation, and culture that shaped human history. Imagine a city of towering walls, grand temples, and bustling streets, home to kings who commanded vast empires. Founded over 4,000 years ago, Babylon reached its zenith under the Neo-Babylonian Empire, particularly during the reign of Nebuchadnezzar II in the 6th century BCE. He transformed it into a dazzling capital, restoring temples, fortifying defenses, and erecting monuments that awed visitors and enemies alike. To the Babylonians, their city was the earthly home of Marduk, the chief god, a place where divine order met human ambition. Among its most fabled achievements were the Hanging Gardens, one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. Ancient Greek and Roman writers like Strabo and Diodorus Siculus described them as a miraculous feat, tiered terraces rising like a green mountain, filled with exotic trees, shrubs, vines, and flowers cascading over stone walls. Water flowed in streams and waterfalls, kept alive by sophisticated irrigation systems that may have drawn from the Euphrates, perhaps using pumps or an Archimedes screw-like mechanism centuries before its time. Legend tells that Nebuchadnezzar II built them for his wife Amytis, a Median princess who longed for the lush, hilly landscapes of her homeland amid the flat, arid plains of Babylon. These gardens symbolized love, engineering prowess, and the king's desire to recreate paradise on earth. Yet, their existence remains one of antiquity's great mysteries. No definitive Babylonian records or archaeological traces confirm them in Babylon itself. Some scholars propose the descriptions refer instead to gardens built by the Assyrian king Sennacherib in Nineveh. Whether myth, misattributed reality, or lost to time and conquest, the Hanging Gardens endure as a symbol of human ingenuity and the allure of the exotic. No less impressive was the Ishtar Gate, the grand northern entrance to the inner city. Constructed around 575 BCE under Nebuchadnezzar II. Dedicated to Ishtar, the goddess of love, war, and fertility, this monumental double gateway stood over 38 feet tall, with reconstructions suggesting even greater heights in its full form, and formed part of a magnificent processional way. Its surfaces gleamed with deep blue-glazed bricks, adorned with alternating rows of wild bulls, lions, and mushhushu, mythical dragon-like creatures sacred to Marduk. These animals were not mere decoration. They embodied divine protection, warding off evil and proclaiming the city's might. The gate opened onto a street paved for grand parades and religious processions, leading toward the heart of the city and its towering ziggurat, the Etemenanki, possibly the inspiration for the biblical Tower of Babel. Visitors passing through would have been struck by the vibrant colors and imposing scale, a testament to Babylonian mastery of brickmaking, glazing, and architectural harmony. Excavated by German archaeologist Robert Koldewey between 1899 and 1917, much of the original gate was reconstructed in Berlin's Pergamon Museum, while a replica stands near the site in Iraq. It remains an enduring icon of ancient splendor and Iraqi cultural heritage. Beyond its architectural marvels, Babylon shone as a profound cultural and legal center. Long before Nebuchadnezzar, under King Hammurabi in the 18th century BCE, the city became synonymous with justice and order. Hammurabi, the sixth king of the first Babylonian dynasty, unified much of Mesopotamia and promulgated one of the earliest and most comprehensive written legal codes in history, engraved on a massive diorite stele. The Code of Hammurabi, with its 282 laws, covered everything from trade and family matters to crime and punishment. Its famous principle of an eye for an eye reflected a structured approach to retribution, while many provisions protected the vulnerable, regulated commerce, and established standards for society. The prologue portrays Hammurabi as chosen by the gods to bring justice, with the stele depicting him receiving the laws from Shamash, the sun god of justice. This was not just a list of rules, but a public declaration that law applied across classes, even if punishments varied by social status. Copies circulated widely, influencing later legal traditions, including elements echoed in biblical and other Near Eastern laws. Babylon was also a melting pot of knowledge. Scribes preserved Sumerian and Akkadian literature, mathematics, astronomy, and medicine on clay tablets. Its libraries and temples fostered scholarship that advanced the calendar, algebra, and our understanding of the stars. As a commercial crossroads, it thrived on trade in goods, ideas, and innovations that rippled across the ancient world. The city's story is one of cycles: rise under Hammurabi, glory under Nebuchadnezzar, conquest by Cyrus the Great of Persia in 539 BCE, and later rulers. It faced decline, sacking, and reclamation by nature, yet its legacy persists. Excavations continue, and UNESCO recognizes Babylon as a World Heritage Site, though challenges like looting, conflict, and environmental threats remain. Today, standing amid the ruins, one can almost hear the echoes of processions, the murmur of scholars debating law, and the imagined rustle of leaves in those fabled gardens. Babylon reminds us of humanity's enduring drive to build, to govern, and to dream on a monumental scale, a cradle whose influence still underpins much of our modern world.